Okay, I thought this was a great price on one of these. 2005 Gibson Les Paul Classic 1960 reissue. There's a potential that we have a headstock repair. Let's see if we can figure that out immediately, but well, otherwise it doesn't look like they're advertising that. So if this is indeed a 2005 Les Paul Classic 1960 reissue, which all indications so far say yes, the snot green inlays, that is very indicative of a mid-2000s classic. These uncovered pickups, I think, are also indicative, but I think they go back and forth with the pickup covers. 1960, they used to inscribe that on the pick guard for these. The red ass back Les Paul Classic with the mother of pearl Gibson inlay. Pretty nice. I love the classic line. This is the line that kind of saved Gibson's bacon back in the mid-90s. And this one, I would call it a clown burst. Not very sexy in that regard, but looks like a solid axe. Let's see if they describe any issues. 05 Classic reissue featuring a mahogany body and maple top. This classic will not disappoint with a comfortable 60s fast-playing slim neck profile, keeping it classic with two-tone, two volumes. Guitar is in great condition. Some players wear, includes factory case, not interested in trade. So if that's the case and you can live with this color, 1400 is a steal. There was a time when you couldn't sell these for less than 2K. I think that time is still now, but 1400 is making me think about that one. Let's move on. Schecter E1 Apocalypse with coffin case. You into metal? Well, we got metal too. This is a metal guitar. This is their version of the Explorer, but you can see there's some different little design features in the body. Looks really cool. Crafted in South Korea, SGR. Looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piece neck. Pretty awesome. Big old volute. Not too many other pictures, so you got to kind of understand what this thing is. It's probably got some Seymour Duncans or something in it. Let's see, currently tuned down to A standard. Chugs like nothing else. Pickups in here are not active but have super high output. And the sound, great for metal or gent. Even work for bluesy stuff with the coil split. It's extremely high quality and discontinued in this finish. Locking tuners, dark inlays, includes 300 BVK coffin. So they're not in a rush to sell. It's currently sitting unused, so I figured I'd see if anyone was interested. 50 watts. Switchable to 15, that must be the high and low power. Stereo 6L6 power amp, so it's a power amp, not a preamp, but in good condition considering it's, 30 years old. Transformer dates to 92 and was retubed with two matched pair of Mesa STR 440 6L6s and some Sovtecs. So yeah, that's a cool little Mesa unit for $750. Rack gear is kind of in the past, not very many people covet it, but it still is really great gear, and if you can incorporate it, go for it. Okay, I thought this was a great price on one of these. 2005 Gibson Les Paul Classic 1960 reissue. There's a potential that we have a headstock repair. Let's see if we can figure that out immediately, but well, otherwise it doesn't look like they're advertising that. So if this is indeed a 2005 Les Paul Classic 1960 reissue, which all indications so far say yes, the snot green inlays, that is very indicative of a mid-2000s classic. These uncovered pickups, I think, are also indicative, but I think they go back and forth with the pickup covers. 1960, they used to inscribe that on the pick guard for these. The red ass back Les Paul Classic with the mother of pearl Gibson inlay. Pretty nice. I love the classic line. This is the line that kind of saved Gibson's bacon back in the mid-90s. And this one, I would call it a clown burst. Not very sexy in that regard, but looks like a solid axe. Let's see if they describe any issues. 05 Classic reissue featuring a mahogany body and maple top. This classic will not disappoint with a comfortable 60s fast-playing slim neck profile, keeping it classic with two-tone, two volumes. Guitar is in great condition. Some players wear, includes factory case, not interested in trade. So if that's the case and you can live with this color, 1400 is a steal. There was a time when you couldn't sell these for less than 2K. I think that time is still now, but 1400 is making me think about that one. So let's move on. Schecter E1 Apocalypse with coffin case. You into metal? Well, we got metal too. This is a metal guitar. This is their version of the Explorer, but you can see there's some different little design features in the body. Looks really cool. Crafted in South Korea, SGR. Looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piece neck. Pretty awesome. Big old volute. Not too many other pictures, so you got to kind of understand what this thing is. It's probably got some Seymour Duncans or something in it. Let's see, currently tuned down to A standard. Chugs like nothing else. Pickups in here are not active but have super high output. And the sound, great for metal or gent. Even work for bluesy stuff with the coil split. It's extremely high quality and discontinued in this finish. Locking tuners. Dark inlays, includes 300 BVK coffin case, which is around $200 in value. I don't know about that. Very clean with little to no use, signs of use, would consider a partial trade for guitar with a Floyd and Sustainiac. So there you go. That's a pretty cool metal guitar for 1,200 bucks. If you're looking to tune down to A, it's got you covered. All right, let's take a look at some drums now. So this is a little further south of here. So these are Mapex drums. We have what appears to be a 22-inch kick, a 12 and 10, or 10 and 12 rather, or maybe a 12 and a 13, and a 16-inch floor tom. That could be an 18. That's pretty chubby there too. And the matching snare. Whoa, that thing is deep. That's got to be 20 inches if it's a millimeter. And there's the fade from this angle. I mean, looks like a frickin' cannon. Let's see what it says. Mapex. So not very much information, but that kit's 1,500 bucks. Looks pretty good. All right, here's a cool little amp that I thought someone would be interested in, including myself actually, but I have too many combo amps, so I'm probably not in the market for this one. But we have a Super Champ 12 tube amp. So a red knob Fender Champ 12. This is from a very specific time in the 80s when they used these red knobs, and they're pretty coveted. The speaker appears to be a 12-inch Fender branded speaker. Can't really tell much beyond that, but there you go. Fender Musical Instruments, one of these blue stickered speakers. Not my favorite speaker, but they get the job done. Great little tube amp with big sound. So I assume it's a 12-watt Fender Champ. Pretty cool little combo. I'll bet it really plugs into a 4x12 and rips at 400 bucks. Not bad. And here's one for you sousaphone fans. I don't know what a sousaphone is. I mean, besides a wind instrument that was invented by John Philip Sousa for his marching band. But I mean, beyond that, I've never held one or heard one play solo. This one gets its own case, crushed velvet, and looks like it's got the horn and the rest of the instrument in just 2 pieces. Kind of nice. Mouthpieces and lube and all of that crap. Sousaphone with a giant dent. USN, probably US Navy, I'd have to say. $750. Whew. Selling my grandpa's old sousaphone. Comes with everything pictured. It is in pretty good shape for the age. Evidence of some wear and tear, mostly in the case. Asking $750. Aw, poor grandpa had to give up his sousaphone. I'm always intrigued by ads like this. Free piano. All the keys play. You have to be able to move it yourself. It's very heavy. One picture. All the keys play. We got a bench. We got an upright piano. You know, I would say 9 times out of 10, pianos get moved just based on someone coming and taking them for free. It's just like, if you can move it, you can have it. And it's kind of a bummer that this beautiful and expensive instrument has kind of been relegated to heavy just baggage, but free piano, South Weber, you can have it. Schecter guitar. We have a C1 Platinum Diamond Series with super low action. Plays easy and fast. Neck through build. String through body. Not a single scratch. Absolutely flawless. Come play it before you buy. Looks like a pretty nice satin finish on a quilt veneer and rosewood fretboard, matching veneer headstock. That fretboard needs some love. It is dry. Okay. Made in South Korea. And there's your string through, your 9-volt, and your plastic on this. You can see that it is either a set neck or maybe a through neck, or set neck. Whatever he said, it's a set neck. You can see where it transitions there. Neck through build is not true. It's a set neck. But $425, C1 seems like a pretty good deal on that. Ibanez RG-T42, neck through, Korea. So this is a very similar guitar. We got humbuckers, but we got a Floyd. And what was our price? Someone asking $330 for this one. So dot inlays, nice gloss finish. Looks like it's either a set neck or a through neck construction as well, but it does have the the Floyd Rose tremolo cut out back here. RG series, humbuckers, Ibanez branded Floyd. So not the most expensive or high performance guitar, but it looks pretty rad. And I think those tuners are probably the first thing that would need to be changed first, but this looks odd. Did this get burnt or something? What the hell's going on there? Is that just a reflection? I guess it's just a reflection, huh? That's hard. All right, well, there you go. RG T42 Ibanez. Next, we got another Epiphone, a 59 Les Paul with real Gibson burst buckers, $700. So now we're getting into kind of the newer era of Epiphone that retails for $1,000. This is the Gibson Burst Bucker Humbucker Edition, sweet sounding guitar, and mahogany body, mahogany neck, lock tone, ABR, and stop tail, pretty standard stuff on a Gibson. The veneer looks, I don't know, okay. Definitely a satin style finish, which is not terribly my favorite, but you know, this is a nice guitar for the money, especially with those pickups. $700 gets you a guitar for all intents and purposes, sounds exactly like a Gibson out of the custom shop, whether you believe the myths about tone wood or not. Hardshell case too, $700. That's probably an okay deal. If you could talk them down to $600 on that all day long, you'd be good to go. 2019 Fender American Professional Telecaster. This is another one of those sunburst tellies, but maple neck, has a white pickguard, and just a sexy looking guitar. There you can see the walnut inside of the truss rod hole. Back of the guitar checks out. Yeah, I love these guitars. One owner, bought in 2021, no blemishes, no wear, minimum usage, comes with case and candy for a little over $1,000, probably talk them down to $1,000. Here's another Mesa Boogie amp that I thought was pretty cool. A 400 plus and Electro Voice 4x10 cab. So that's a pretty formidable sounding rig. Let's check it out. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 band EQ and middle bass treble EQ on these knobs, master, volume 1, volume 2, on, and power. So cool. There it is with the rack. This is such a massive amplifier. It needs its own flight case just to sit there. All right, bass guitar speaker system B410 by Electro Voice. This is a badass amp and cab. I would love to see the 4x10 speakers in there. I'll bet they're EVM 10Ls or whatever they call them when they're 10-inch. Just massive. If you're looking, you must be a gear nut searching for that elusive perfect tone. Yeah, I mean, take a look at this if you want. I'm not going to go into his whole sales pitch, but cabinet is rated for 600 watts RMS and 1200 peak power rating. $1,200. That's right in my home locale of Murray, so not for me, but a cool piece of gear. All right, vintage 70s API 312 Brent Averill racked mic preamps. Mouthful. What are these? These are microphone preamps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And again, this is rack mounted gear. You can see it's mounted vertically, or in this instance, I don't know what rack that is, but you have a pad button. I don't know, this probably is neutral, and then a 48 volt phantom power button with a gain knob and the input up top. So 6 of these, that's pretty cool. Let's see what they look like on the inside. I don't know. Look cool though. Looks like this is just every single one of them. He's got them all. So you really need some casing to make these safe, but that's kind of cool. $1,100. 6 original API 312 mic preamps racked years ago by Brent Averill. 2 with Melville Opamps. I don't know what that is. 4 with Huntington. All sound excellent and have all the API vibe you want. Work perfectly. 1,100 firm per preamp. 1,100 times 6. Yowza. There you go. All right, back to Guitarland. The PRS Silver Sky SE. This is John Mayer's guitar, his signature guitar, and it's a really highly regarded Stratocaster style guitar with PRS appointments and improvements, some people would say, but this is what the headstock looks like. The SE version just came out recently. It took a while for it to propagate down from the core to, I don't even know if there is an S2 version, but we definitely have an SE version now. We're looking at it. And this is what the back of the headstock looks like. Wow, square volute. Cool. Nice wood grain in this maple neck. Nice looking guitar. I've heard that these SE model Silver Skies are pretty much identical to the production ones out of the US. SE, what are they asking for it? $650. It's in mint condition, set up with new NYXL 10s, and the frets were polished. Has less than 10 hours on it, basically new setup. So if you want an SE Silver Sky for $650, this one exists. Okay, I saw the price tag on this and I was like, what the hell here? 2018 Florian Blochinger classical guitar. So what makes this thing $9,000? Does it come with the Fire Stick? I doubt it. Wow, that's pretty cool. Is this like teak or something? Some weird wood? Not entirely sure, but it looks like it has a fancy back. Really, really nice classical guitar. I've never held a $9,000 classical guitar or electric guitar for that matter, but this is a 2018 spruce top CSAR back and sides, mint condition. Knew it sold for $12,000. He's asking $9K, or willing to trade for a Collings Martin D45 or a Gibson L5, possibly others in similar value. You can find a full description of the guitar at the Guitar Salon International website. So this style of guitar exists in this market. That's all I'm going to say about it. You want a cheap drum set? $400 for a Chinese-made Ludwig. I don't know much about this set. It looks like the wrap is kind of pinching around the lugs. It doesn't look terrible. Got some Evans Onyx heads. Got a bunch of toms. Some tiny, tiny snare stand. Some Ludwig kind of crappy hardware. Nice sticks. Drum key. And a PDP double kick. Sick. So this is what it looks like all set up. These are just stock pictures. And this is our guy. So I don't know if this has ever been set up, but it doesn't look like it's been used too much. $400 for a $500 kit from Guitar Center. Lightly used. This one caught my eye. Yamaha drum set. Anytime you see Yamaha and drums and $75, you gotta say, wait, what's going on here? So this looks like an alligator skin wrap or something like that. I would say this is probably an early to mid 60s stencil kit, or one of those kits that was made by Yamaha or Star Drums and sent out to like an international market. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't tell in that picture. Let's go back. Nope. It's probably an 8-lug kick if I had to guess. There's no pictures of badges. There's probably no badges. Just says 20. Oh, it is a 22 by 14-inch bass kick. 14 and 16-inch floor toms. Pretty good heads, asking 75 or make me an offer. I don't know. What do you think? It looks ancient. It's probably destroyed, but it's definitely vintage. Okay, something a little more familiar. ESP LTD Iron Cross James Hetfield signature. I haven't seen these go for less than $1,000 in a while, so I think that that's a sign that the guitar market is definitely softening. Metallica stuff is usually in a high premium at all times, and especially this Hetfield guitar. This one is the main LTD Hetfield Iron Cross Les Paul style guitar, and looks like it was made in 2017. Nice guitar, comes with a case. Dang. It says, I'm selling my ESP Iron Cross. Comes with an original hard case. Brand ESP LTD, blah, 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 all this stuff. So, $975. I don't know. Seems like a good deal to me. All right, so this next set of listings are for a couple of these. The Rockstar 10 by blank and another size that we'll see here in a second. But these are Rockstar toms with the star mount, it looks like, or something similar to the star mount. Not bad. In new shape, cash only. $100. I don't know, wouldn't be bad. Here's the other one, 8x8. Tom Sugar White Starcast mount, yeah. So, cool little drums, $100 each. And here's another good deal. Ernie Ball, Music Man, John Petrucci, Signature 6. This is the 6-string variant. They have a 7-string, but it's iridescent. It's got the 2 humbuckers, a nice comfort carve. This is just a real rippers, shredders, slayers guitar, and Petrucci is definitely that. Music Man makes some really nice instruments. Looks like maybe a gloss fretboard, maybe not, hard to say there. But I do not want to sell this gorgeous thing. I'm just tight for money. My loss is your gain. You see that, you know, pretty commonly in the classifieds world, and you know, hopefully he will get what he needs out of this guitar, and it won't be too hurtful. But $1,800 for a John Petrucci, not bad. Tony Iommi, another $1,800 guitar, excellent condition, hardly played. I wonder if this is one of the newer Tony Iommis that they just released. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, 21 looks like 2021, and yeah, nice looking guitar, $1,800. 2009 Gibson 50th anniversary, 59 reissue Les Paul. Now we're talking $5,500. These guitars, they're typically pretty expensive. So this has the whole COA, nice kind of burst, like a lemon burst, I would say. Tight, pinstriped, flamage. Really nice piece of wood for the top. I'd like to see the back of this guitar for $5,500, but a bit of a rare burst. 1 of 25. Plays great, in great shape. Includes original COA, candy case. So I don't know, maybe that reissue is worth it, but I'm sure you could find a guitar that plays just like it for much less. Fender Limited 62 reissue Strat. I think it's the same guy. This is a blue one. Lake Placid blue? I don't know. Definitely looks like a reissue of a 60s Strat though. The rosewood fretboard. Looks like a slab fretboard too. V220 7548, not sure about those serial numbers. Nice looking neck, and the back, Fender. I don't know, pretty cool. Rare 2022 Dave's Guitar Shop, limited edition 62 Strat in Lake Placid blue, like new condition, with plastic still on, all case candy, 7 pounds. 2K, nice guitar. Okay, another one, Fender Strat Ultra Premium Metallic. I just like the color of this thing. I don't know if I actually like it or if I just like that it's purple on purple on purple, but streaky fretboard. I wonder if that's Pau Ferro. Does look like a US Strat with that carve there and the Corona plate. Probably a limited edition color, but yep, Corona USA, Fender locking tuners. Here it is in the case. Here's the case. And we're back to the start. Looks like we have a 2-point trem. I don't like these knobs, but I do like the anodized pickguard. Just a weird color. Pretty bizarre for $1,850. 2023 Strat Ultra in plum metallic with gold anodized pickguard and ebony streaked fretboard. Oh, cool. So it is ebony. Nice. I like that. I bought this guitar brand new a couple months ago, and I've only played it a couple times. Looks like he's not bonding with it. So down the river it goes for $1,850. Here's another Adam Jones from the same seller, 2300 for a silver burst. Probably one of the more modern ones here, but let's take a look. This is a Les Paul standard of the Adam Jones variety. His specific guitar that they made was a custom, and it's kind of trickled down to standard and Epiphone, and I believe there's actually a V that's coming out as well. But this one is the Adam Jones 1979 standard, black back. Let's see the headstock close up. Are we going to get it? No. Let's see. This is a pristine Adam Jones Les Paul standard with case candy. Probably a 20. Oh, it is 2023. That's what I would have guessed. So pretty brand new, but I don't know if that panned out for him as well. So let's move on to Drum World. Again, a custom A, custom ride 22-inch. This is one of my favorite rides, the custom A. 400 bucks is a bit pricey for it, but it's a brand new cymbal by Zildjian. The custom A is just a classic sounding cymbal. Let's see if we got other pictures. There's the inside of it. So nothing special, but a great ride cymbal. 22 inches is big and burly. Here we go, a full Pearl 5-piece plus 3 cymbal set. Let's take a look, 400 bucks. You get the toms, snare, and cowbell, rototom, toolbox, car, Griffin, eh? Not familiar with that brand. Probably not the best of hardware. That kit looks pretty solid though. I gotta say, these Pearl tom mounts have always looked, I don't know, just janky to me. Rototoms look pretty sick though. And yeah, back to the beginning. So 400 bucks for a beginner set. Also has 3 rototoms. Brand new double pedal. Need room and new heads. Fast sale. There you go. Not for me, but maybe someone else. I love these little positive grid Spark amps. This is the mini 10 watt version. I have the 40 watt, the main Spark that they first came out with. This is the tiny 10 watt. I've heard that it hits pretty hard though. It has all of this stuff in it, and it's just 125 bucks. Pretty new product to be listed for sale, but that's kind of the beauty of this market. Some people pick it up, not crazy about it or can't find a use for it, and down the river it goes. So this I thought was a silly ad. Drumsticks and guard tape. To hell? $8? They work perfectly. I use them for snare. Pretty sure they're Vic Firth. Why? Just $8? Why bother? BC Rich Mockingbird. How much was it? 400 bucks. So we have a case and an amp. Is that true? A Vox modeling amp, the VT20X, a 20 watt little solid state amp. Those amps are pretty cool actually. This is a legit metal guitar though. BC Rich. I doubt it's a New Jersey one, probably one of the made in China. Let's see here. Crafted in China. But it's a legit BC Rich and probably pretty rockin', if I had to guess. And you get all this crap too. 400 bucks, fair condition, small nicks, Valvetronics amp, everything new in case. Going to the Marines. Damn, so someone gets a deal. I would like to trade my inversion table for a Fender guitar amp. Interesting. Trade Ironman Atlas 4000 professional inversion table for Fender FM212R amp. You know, if you got one and you want to trade it, that guy will do it. Hughes & Kettner Club Reverb 65 watt 2-channel amp for $260. This is a made in Germany Hughes & Kettner, pretty nice. It's a solid state amp, but it's high quality, they say. Original owner can turn the volume down for rehearsal and studio and turn it up for to compete with a live band. Subs, great. Either way, Fender-esque cleans. Marshall-esque crunch. Comes with Noble's latching foot switch. So that's probably that. One picture, Club Reverb. Probably a pretty nice little amp. We'll see if they get $260 for it. Something else I'm not terribly familiar with, but I wanted to showcase here a little bit. Sandro Luciano Cello. I assume that's an Italian name. And looks like it's got maybe a pickup or preamp or something here, but there she is. Nice fancy cello. and you get the bow for 4K, 4,800 actually. And Stradivarian cello, aged spruce top, inflamed maple body, beautiful, rich and resonant tone. Pretty cool. We got these here. I don't know what I would do with a $4,800 cello, but pretty cool. This thing, on the other hand, looks like a ton of fun. Mesa Boogie Mark 5, 25. This is a 25 watt little lunchbox amp from Mesa. Fully tube, of course, and you have all of your ins and outs and blah, blah, blah. But it's just a small version of the Mark 5, which is one of their kind of marquee amps. A 25 watt lunchbox amp head from Mesa Boogie in great condition, no problems with it. Love this amp head very much, but I have a quad Cortex now, no longer need it. Wah wah. 1150. Maybe a little steep on that 25 watt guy, but you don't see those too often, so I don't blame him for putting it a little high. ESP LTD EC1000 guitar. This is another LTD ESP guitar, obviously. They have this cool satin gray finish on this EC1000, and it does look like it has EMG pickups, so that's cool. Got the gold. These are such nice guitars for being budget guitars, because let's face it, ESP makes really, really great designs, and they've gotten their Indonesia and Korean plants to make them exceptionally well. This was $650. I thought that was a pretty good deal on this. Usually these go for like $850 or so, $800, but active pickup, nice. So again, Yamaha drum stuff, I always take a look. $50, what could be wrong? Well, it does not have a chain. This is probably a pretty old pedal. I don't know much about their pedals and their designs, but I can tell you that this is certainly, oh, is it a wire or is it an actual just cable? I don't know what that is. Interesting. Yamaha bass drum pedal, works great, thank you. $50, I don't know, maybe worth checking out. Has a felt side and a hard side, probably a pearl duo tone or whatever those batters are called. Next we have a Grand Concert Taylor guitar. This is a sexy looking Taylor acoustic, and it has the nice crushed velvet interior in the case. Wow, nice grain in the wood. All over the place. What is this? Built-in preamp. I sometimes think that the Taylors are a little over the top, but this one's pretty respectable. Solid Hawaiian koa. Aha, that's why, because it's a koa top and sides. That's pretty fancy. Koa is one of my favorite woods. It's just very unique. This one, $1,300. Pretty nice guitar. Okay, let's go back to PV Land. This is something that is just one of those things that comes in really handy sometimes, but not everybody will have a need for this item. This is a snake, a 100-foot snake with 16 inputs and 4 whatever these are down here. Let's take a look. Multi-channel Pro Audio system. We have 1 through 16, and then R1, R2, R3, R4. Not sure what those are. Looks like they're the male XLR, so nice pictures here, folks. Made in USA. This PV stuff is pretty rock solid. Look at this junction here. And these are all usually pretty nicely affixed. $215. It's been in storage for years. 1990s XLR. You know, worth a look. A whole Boss Katana 50 Mark II amp. Here it is. This is the combo amp that has been lauded so well by Boss, the Katana. A 50 watt solid state, one single 12-inch speaker combo amp. And this thing rocks. It's just a great sounding amp. You can guarantee Boss is going to make something that sounds good, and it delivers. If you're into solid state amps, this is just a great option. This is the Mark II combo in like new conditions, power levels of 0.5 watts, 25 watts, and 50 watts, 12-inch speaker, 10 total amps, $150. Nice option. All right, our last one is something I don't know anything about other than it's a pretty iconic guitar. This is a Dean DNA Dime for Dimebag Darrell, who was an avid Dean user, and he had many signature guitars with Dean. I don't know if this was one made during his lifetime or after, but it is, it's hideous. We got some DNA, helixes all over the place, some jaggedy points, weird inlays, giant flying V Dean headstock. I just hate it. $1,800 though, and Steve is asking $1,200. So I have a like new Dimebag Darrell DNA splatter guitar, very hard to find and valuable. It has a couple of dings, but overall it's like new. I'm asking $1,200 or $1,700 worth of trade. Acoustic or a Strat American Standard will remain, entertain other items. So he would trade, but I wouldn't. So that's a look down the last 24 hours of KSL. And since I've made this video, I'm sure new ones have been added, but that's what I wanted to introduce you to. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the gear that was listed today. Obviously, this video has a short shelf life, and I understand that. And if you're seeing it after July, I don't know, 15th, it's probably moot. But if you do see this and anything pops out to you and you want to talk about getting it to you, then we can talk about me brokering a sale for you locally. So let me know if you have any questions or if you like this style of content. Hopefully we can make some more and introduce you guys to some more cool gear. I encourage a discourse. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, that always helps, and hopefully I will see you on the next one.